The phone vibrated against the mahogany nightstand, its buzz slicing through the pre-dawn quiet like a scalpel. Clara's eyes snapped open, heart thudding as if it sensed the fracture before her mind could catch up. The screen glowed. Bank of America, fraud alert. Her fingers fumbled, clumsy with sleep, as she unlocked the phone. Suspicious activity on your joint account, the text read. Withdrawal of $47,000 at 4:13 a.m. Reply yes to approve and no to report. Her breath caught, a sharp hitch in her throat. Ethan was gone. His side of the bed was cold, the sheets undisturbed, as if he'd never been there at all. She stumbled to the kitchen, bare feet slapping against the hardwood, the air heavy with the scent of last night's burned coffee. His keys weren't on the hook. His briefcase, always perched by the door like a loyal dog, was missing. Clara's pulse hammered in her ears, a drumbeat of dread. She dialed his number, each unanswered ring tightening the vice around her chest. Voicemail. Ethan, where are you? Her voice cracked, raw and small in the empty house. She texted a note to the bank, fingers trembling, and the automated reply promised a call within the hour. She sank into a chair, the leather creaking under her weight, and stared at the fridge where a Polaroid of them. Ethan's arms slung around her at the Cape Cod lighthouse, both grinning like fools, mocked her from its magnet. They'd been married 8 years, their life a polished tableau of investment banking dinners and weekend getaways. Ethan, with his sharp suits and sharper wit, had climbed the ranks at Goldman Sachs, while Clara ran her graphic design firm from their Brooklyn brownstone. She'd trusted him implicitly, the way you trust the ground won't crumble beneath you. But lately there'd been cracks, small, dismissible. Late nights at the office. A new cologne she hadn't bought. The way his eyes darted to his phone when it chimed, a flicker of secrecy in his jaw. She'd chalked it up to stress, to the market's volatility. Now those moments replayed like a grainy film reel, each frame screaming what she'd refused to hear. The bank called at 5:02 a.m. Mrs. Harper, we've frozen the account, the representative said, her voice clipped but not unkind. The withdrawal was initiated from an IP address in Manhattan, not far from your home. We need your husband's confirmation to proceed. Clara's stomach churned. He's not here, she whispered, the words tasting like ash. She gave them permission to investigate, hung up and opened her laptop. Their joint account login was a shared ritual, passwords swapped like vows. But when she typed in Capicod 2017, the screen flashed red. Incorrect password. Her breath hitched again. He'd changed it. Clara's fingers hovered over the keyboard, doubt clawing at her. Maybe it was a mistake. A glitch. Ethan wasn't the type to vanish with their savings. He'd proposed on a rooftop under a sky bruised with stars, promising her forever with tears in his eyes. But the evidence was piling up, sharp-edged and undeniable. She logged into their shared cloud drive, her chest tight with a cocktail of fear and fury. There, buried in a folder labeled Taxes, was a PDF, wire transfer confirmation. $47,000 to an account in the name of Vanessa Klein. Clara's vision blurred, the name searing into her brain. Vanessa. His co-worker. The one with the sleek bob and the laugh that lingered too long at last month's gala. She scrolled through their text history next, each message a fresh cut. Meet me at the Mercer, 7 p.m. Ethan to Vanessa, 3 weeks ago. Can't stop thinking about you. Vanessa's reply, with a winking emoji that made Clara's stomach lurch. The timestamp stretched back months, a secret timeline woven into their marriage. She wanted to scream, to hurl the laptop across the room, but her body felt leaden, pinned by betrayal's weight. Instead, she called her father, Henry, a retired attorney who'd always seen through Ethan's charm. Dad, she choked out, he's gone. He took our money. Henry arrived within the hour, his silver hair disheveled, his eyes sharp with the same fury Clara felt. We'll get him, he said, voice low and lethal, already dialing a contact at the bank. As a former counsel for financial crimes, Henry knew the system's veins and arteries. He spoke in rapid, authoritative bursts, demanding transaction traces and IP logs. Clara watched him, her anchor in the storm, but her mind spiraled. Had Ethan ever loved her? Or was she just a stepping stone? A safe harbor while he planned his escape with Vanessa? The day unfolded in a haze of phone calls and revelations. The bank confirmed the transfer originated from a hotel room at the Mercer, booked under Ethan's name. Clara's heart twisted as she imagined him there, tangled with Vanessa while she slept alone. Henry uncovered more. Vanessa wasn't just a fling. She was a junior analyst with a history of leveraging relationships for career jumps. This wasn't just about love, Henry said, his voice grim. She's been funneling money through shell accounts. Ethan's been played too. Clara's anger fractured into confusion, then pity. Ethan, her Ethan, had been seduced not just by a woman but by a scheme. She pictured him, desperate to impress, signing away their future in a haze of flattery and lies. But pity didn't erase the sting of his betrayal, the way he'd slipped out of their bed, their life, without a word. She called his phone again, leaving a voicemail that trembled with rage and heartbreak. How could you do this? To us? To me? She hung up, tears burning her cheeks, and Henry squeezed her shoulder, his silence louder than any words. By evening, the bank traced the funds to an offshore account, frozen pending investigation. Henry's contacts at the SEC were circling, Vanessa's name flagged in a broader probe into insider trading. But Clara didn't care about the money anymore. She wanted answers. She drove to the Mercer, the city's pulse throbbing in time with her own. The lobby smelled of jasmine and money, its marble floors gleaming under chandeliers. The concierge confirmed Ethan had checked out at 4:30 a.m. Alone? Clara asked, her voice brittle. The concierge hesitated, then nodded. But he left this. He handed her an envelope, her name scrawled in Ethan's hurried script. Inside was a single sheet, his handwriting shaky. Clara, I'm sorry. I thought I could fix this before you found out. Vanessa promised me a way out. A big score to secure our future. I was a fool. I love you. I always will. I'm coming back to explain. No signature. No number to call. Just those words, dangling like a frayed lifeline. Clara stood frozen, the letter trembling in her hands. The lobby's hum faded, replaced by the roar of her own pulse. Was he a victim or a villain? Did his love mean anything now, or was it just another lie? Henry's voice broke through, urging her to come home, but she couldn't move. Not yet. She clutched the letter, its edges biting into her palm, and stared out at the city's glittering skyline. Somewhere out there Ethan was running, or hiding, and Clara, heartbroken but unbowed, knew she'd find him. Not for love, but for the truth.